And the University of Nottingham researchers found those on strong doses for an extended period of time were nearly 50% more likely to develop dementia. The study found a correlation. It didn't prove causality, but it's something for physicians to weigh when prescribing these drugs to older patients. Deborah?
It was 10 years ago Michael Jackson died. Correspondent Steve Futterman is in L.A.
On Hollywood Boulevard, where Michael Jackson's star is located, fans came as they do every day to take pictures.
Do you like Michael Jackson?
Yes, I do.
They talked about his musical talent.
He was a genius. I think there's really no other words.
They also talked about a complicated and sometimes troubled man.
You can't whitewash it. It's there. It's just like hiding history. You can't do it.
10 years later, there are still two very different sides of Michael Jackson. Steve Futterman, CBS News, Los Angeles.
S&P futures are down 5, Dow futures off 34. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
Pros know doing it right means having what you need for any job on hand, so you're spending more time on the job site than away from it. Lowe's does it right by stocking job lot quantities of treated lumber, fencing, and decking, and at the right prices. Get volume savings on your next job at the Pro Desk, and save time by ordering at lowesforpros.com. Have your order delivered or pick up in store. Our dedicated pro loaders will load you up and get you back to the job site where you belong. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. See Pro Desk for details, U.S. only.
At Indeed, we understand that when it comes to hiring, it's important to have a large talent pool to choose from. But sometimes too many good options can be overwhelming. That's why Indeed doesn't just give you access to a large pool of job seekers. We also offer screener tools that let you instantly narrow down your search. Hone in on hiring with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
A quicker way to get there in Florida.
To the red spike era and the reinvention of passenger rail. Cheers.
Virgin Trains high-speed rails are already up from Miami to West Palm Beach. Now they're building to Orlando International Airport. President Patrick Goddard says it beats driving.
Right now, the average speed on I-95 is 33 miles an hour. So we'll be running through at top speeds of 125 miles an hour.
Goddard expects an overwhelming financial success for the privately owned line.
Everybody who's met me for the first time who understands I'm in this business asks me when we're going to Orlando.
Virgin says the trains will start running in 2022. Peter King, CBS News, Orlando.
The greatest place in the world to take a vacation? I love Paris. For the second year in a row, Paris tops U.S. News and World Report's list of best places to visit. New Zealand's South Island is second, followed by Rome, Tahiti, and London. In the U.S., the Grand Canyon is number 1. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
With the stock market at all-time highs, cash in your profits now and invest in an asset that can potentially pay for up to 20 or more years. That's the sound of a producing oil well and the sound of a smart investment. If you're an SEC-defined accredited investor, you can take advantage of Encore Energy's projects. Call now to learn how you can potentially achieve 20 or more years of income and deduct 100% of every dollar invested against all forms of income. Call 1-800-803-8511. Invest in your future and buy oil. Encore is drilling in an area that is potentially one of the most prolific horizontal oil plays in the entire country. Oil prices are projected to rise, so you need to own a piece of an oil field. Encore Energy is the most active oil and gas operator in its core area of operations. Call now and learn how to deduct 100% of your investment and create 20 or more years of potential monthly income. Call 1-800-803-8511. You will be calling directly to the home office of Encore Energy. That's 1-800-803-8511. Oil investments involve a high degree of risk and actual results may vary.
What if your doctors treated you like family, your nurses calmed your fears, you received personalized, compassionate care at every visit? At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
You can now stay up to date with the Glasgow EPB more than ever before. You can now stay informed by following the Glasgow Electric Plant Board online on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at Glasgow EPB, and on our website, glasgowepb.net. From staying updated during an outage to seeing updates about Glasgow EPB products and services, and even learning about ways to save energy and money on your bill, the Glasgow EPB has you covered online on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on glasgowepb.net. The Glasgow EPB, connecting Glasgow to the future.
Depend on WCLU local news. Online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everybody. It's 7 minutes after 6 o'clock. We have 67 degrees here at the studios of WCLU as we get started on this Tuesday morning. It's the 25th day of June. Let's see how things are shaping up weather-wise for us today, shall we? Actually, we're not going to do that first. I think I'm going to talk about the birthdays that I have already called in before me here. We've got Judy High celebrating a birthday today. Elaine Wade celebrates. It's Betty Faye Coomer. Spencer Steenbergen celebrates. Elizabeth Bell Taylor. It's Carolyn Shirley having a birthday today. Marjorie Davidson with a big birthday as well. Anniversaries, we've got Addis and Eddie Mae Jackson. That's Addis and Eddie Mae Jackson. And then we have, the anniversary of Kendall and Kimberly Cannon. It is the 31st for the Cannons today. A big congratulations to each of you. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online here at WCLUradio.com. Simple click there. And we want to hear from you so we can have a lot of special folks here on the Birthday Anniversary Club today. Now let's switch over here and check out Ray Stagey. He's got some thoughts on the fact that we'll have a short reprieve from the heat, but then we're going to jump back in, Ray.
Got some dry and some seasonably cool weather today, but right back to normal by tomorrow. A few clouds around this morning, and then sunshine and clouds this afternoon. I say seasonably cool because we'll be at 84 degrees where we should be closer to 90. So after low 80s yesterday, we're a little bit warmer today. Overnight tonight, pretty pleasant, about 62 degrees, also a little bit below average. But then with sunshine out tomorrow, we're going to start to turn it up again, near 90 degrees. Thursday, mostly sunny in the low 90s. Probably going to have a string of low 90-degree days. Friday, Saturday, most likely Sunday with a mix of clouds and sunshine each day, and the overnight low temperatures naturally coming up to the upper 60s to near 70. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Current conditions barometer is at 29.98. Really hadn't moved a whole lot. Humidity at 97%. Southwest winds at about 3 miles an hour. And let's see. Let me tell you what the rain gauge has in it. Yesterday, we got 57 hundredths. That's 0.57, a little over half an inch. And we got a little over half an inch the day before. So we kind of been averaging about a half an inch a day. I don't think we'll get there today, but nonetheless, that's where we are. And we're at 67 degrees, WCLU 609. Brendan Crane in the newsroom with complete local news next.
In retirement, where will your money come from? For many people, retirement income may come from a variety of sources. Here's a few avenues that may provide you money in retirement. Social Security is the government-administered retirement income program. Workers become eligible after paying Social Security taxes for 10 years. Personal savings and investments can provide income during retirement. Retirees tend to look for investments that offer monthly income. Individual retirement accounts have been around since 1974. Contributions you make to a traditional IRA may be fully or partially tax deductible, depending on your individual circumstances. Distributions from an individual retirement account are taxed as ordinary income. What workers anticipate in terms of retirement income sources may differ considerably from what retirees actually experience. How do these sources of income impact your personal retirement? Please call the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson or Brian Basinger to discuss your retirement income plan. Call us today at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hillier, WL Alliance LLC, member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks. U.S. Bank encourages you to think outside the square. U.S. Bank in Glasgow offers multiple solutions to take credit card payments from your phone or tablet. Yes, U.S. Bank can take your small business mobile. Call Irvin Sorrell at 659-3200 in Glasgow, or Wes Mauser at 651-2106, or in Cave City, call Cheryl Davidson at 773-3112. Whether you're selling produce at the farmer's market or finalizing a construction project, U.S. Bank has a payment solution for you with 24/7 customer service. So think outside the square for your small business. It's all of us serving you. U.S. Bank. Member FDIC.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. One Glasgow citizen is calling on the local government to make a commitment to a proposed better community. Citizen Wes Simpson detailed at Monday's Glasgow City Council meeting the implications of a community atmosphere and public engagement. Simpson told the council he, quote, understands business, citing credibility in his leadership in the movement to build a downtown park. Simpson referred to a plot of land between the post office and Dollar General on West Main Street that the Glasgow municipal government bought. Since buying the land, the area has been fairly inactive until recently. Simpson began putting videos and pictures on social media of him pretending to use the park. Last Friday, a group held a picnic in the area with live music. In reality, Simpson has led a group to push for more action.
But I want you to know that I'm not just some guy that walked down the street and thought, oh, it'd be nice to have a park there. I think I'll make some pictures and videos and have some fun. I understand business and economics, and I also know the limitations of local government and inner workings of that. And so I want you to know where I'm coming from. I'm a native son of this community, and while I do dream of all that it could be, I do understand the other side of it. And so I'm here tonight to ask the city to enter into a public-private partnership with details to be worked out at a later date in building a unique downtown public space on West Main Street.
Simpson says the park would ideally include a covered facility for the local farmers market, a splash fountain, an amphitheater, and other features he believes would enhance the downtown atmosphere. According to Simpson, his following has extended beyond Glasgow. He says former residents have reached out to him to express their interest in the community. Simpson even cited information about drawn architecture plans from a former resident.
Proud of the positivity and the support that is out there for this endeavor from current residents and community of those natives that are living elsewhere.
Simpson proposed the city enter an agreement that involves the city matching a private campaign's monetary effort to build the park, along with providing drainage. According to Simpson, quote, there are people ready to open their checkbooks. Mayor Harold Armstrong says the project needs to go through steps, being evaluated legally and financially. The Parks and Recreation Committee of the Glasgow City Council is supposed to hear more from those involved at their next meeting July 9th. In other business, the council approved the proposed 2019-2020 fiscal budget. The council also approved the first reading of the amended interlocal agreement. There were several accidents yesterday. According to this morning's 911 activity report, there was an accident with injury yesterday around 6:48 a.m. on Nobob Road and Moore Road. Around 9:34 a.m., there was another accident with injury on the Cumberland Parkway. Finally, around 12:30 in the afternoon, there was an accident with injury at 2300 New Salem Road. The East Barron Fire Department, Barron Metcalf EMS, and Barron County Sheriff's Office responded. Barron County has been chosen to receive nearly $20,000 to supplement emergency food and shelter programs in the county. According to a press release from the County Judge Executive's office, Barron County received $19,543 from a national board related to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security's Federal Emergency Management Agency. According to the news release, the funds will be appropriated through a local board made up of local officials, service agency representatives, and citizens of Barron County. Barron County has distributed emergency food and shelter funds previously to Community Relief Fund for Glasgow Barron County, Community Action of Southern Kentucky, and Barron River Area Safe Space. Public or private voluntary agencies interested in applying for emergency food and shelter program funds must complete an application. Application forms may be obtained from Sherry Jones at the office of the Barron County Judge Executive. The phone number is 270-651-3338. For more information, visit WCLUradio.com. Barron County Schools recently announced Kathy Burris as the new elementary director of instruction for the school system. Burris will replace Brian Clifford. The Barron County Board of Education recently approved an MOA for Clifford to work with the Kentucky Department of Education. Burris has served as a teacher consultant for special programs since 2013. According to the school system, Burris has spent her entire career in the Barron County District. She worked at the elementary level for 20 years, serving as a classroom teacher, special education teacher, and lead teacher. Burris graduated from Western Kentucky University with a bachelor's degree in elementary education and special education. She received her master's degree in counseling from WKU, her rank 1 in elementary education from Indiana Wesleyan University, and her director of special education from the University of the Cumberlands. Burris will begin the job July 1st. We have 67 degrees. Straight ahead, we have more of the news you can depend on. WCLU.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Those are words a parent never wants to hear, but don't worry. I'm here to help when you do. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson with Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. Cold and flu season can be scary and intimidating unless you have a plan. Be sure to wash your hands, drink water, eat well, and get plenty of rest. But when that doesn't work, or when your kid picks up the latest bug tearing through their class, Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic is here to help. We offer same-day appointments for sick visits, and we make sure that we are up to date on the latest treatments to guide you through whatever hits you or your family. Many times, quick response can head off the worst of the symptoms, so put Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic on your speed dial and let us get you feeling better faster. 270-629-6722. Remember our new location right across from TJ Sampson Hospital at 1214B North Race Street. Together, we can keep you on the path to good health.
Call my mama. She will make you all better. 270-629-6722.
You know, sometimes the only way to improve a product is to get professional about it. Hi, this is William Gravely, the pharmacist in Medical Arts Pharmacy, and a couple of months ago, I was proud to announce that we would be selling Ananda CBD oils at Medical Arts. Well, today, I'm even prouder to tell you that we're now selling Ananda Professional CBD oils. What's the difference? Well, the difference is that Ananda Professional products take these Kentucky-grown hemp oils to a new level. They're full spectrum, they're used to treat a variety of medical conditions, and most importantly, they're sold exclusively in pharmacies like Medical Arts. At Medical Arts, you will get full counseling information from health professionals regarding the proper use of CBD oils and their effectiveness. So what could be better? Nothing except the relief that you will feel when you try one of these Ananda Professional products. Come in today. Let our trained staff help you select the one that's right for you. Medical Arts Pharmacy in Glasgow, where professionalism is a way of life.
In more news this hour, the Barron County Chamber of Commerce will host a ribbon cutting today at the Barron County Fairgrounds. Chamber President Ernie Myers called to detail the celebration.
Well, guys, the Temple Hill Lions Club has been working hard this year, as they do every year, in getting the Barron County Fair ready to go. This afternoon at 5 o'clock, we're going to have a ribbon cutting for them to celebrate the opening of the 2019 Barron County Fair. So that's what's happening with the Glasgow Barron County Chamber of Commerce, where we're working together, building a better community.
The fair site is located in Temple Hill at 10,168 Tompkinsville Road. 2 people were injured when a small plane crashed in Kentucky. News reports cite a statement from the Vine Grove Police Department saying a single-engine aircraft crashed Sunday evening at the Vine Grove Airport. Police said 2 people on board were injured and taken to a hospital for treatment. Police did not release their names or any updates on their conditions. A man who lives near the airport told the News Enterprise he was the first on the scene and called emergency crews. Jeff Lincoln said the plane clipped a tree and stalled before crashing. Kentucky State Police have arrested a man accused of firing shots into a residence, starting a fire and shooting at responding officers. A state police statement says troopers responded to a complaint that shots were fired late Sunday in Bell County and then found themselves under fire. A standoff ensued until a state police special response team approached the residence and made contact with 53-year-old Charles E. Lawson, who was arrested Monday morning and charged with wanton endangerment, attempted murder, and assault. News outlets said no injuries were reported, but State Highway 66 was shut down near the scene during the standoff. A prominent Kentucky House Democrat is questioning whether Republican Governor Matt Bevin has enough votes to legally pass his pension relief proposal in a special legislative session. Representative Joni Jenkins said Monday she's hearing the governor has lined up 51 votes for his proposal in the 100-member House, but she says the measure could require support from at least 60 House members as an appropriation bill in a non-budget year. Jenkins says it may be, quote, something the courts will decide. Bevin's Deputy Chief of Staff, Brian Sunderland, says Bevin's team has enough support to pass the proposal in a constitutional manner. Jenkins and Sunderland spoke to reporters after a pension oversight board met Monday. Bevin's proposal aims to provide relief for regional universities as well as quasi-governmental agencies facing surging pension costs. A Kentucky judge has ordered the state to pay more than $72,000 in attorney's fees and costs in a lawsuit over the release of an economic analysis of Governor Matt Bevin's administration analysis of the 2017 pension reform plan. Franklin County Circuit Judge Philip Shepard ruled Monday the Bevin administration intentionally violated the Kentucky Opens Records Act in refusing to release a copy of the analysis. The Courier-Journal reports Shepard ordered the analysis be released and directed the state to pay fees and costs to the person requesting it. A former attorney for state government chairman and a member of the Kentucky Public Pension Coalition, Ellen Sulos, requested the analysis. Her attorney said Sulos is pleased with the ruling. Bevan spokesman Woody Maglinger said the administration disputes the willful violation conclusion and plans to appeal. And the National Weather Service says a low-level tornado caused damage to a Kentucky lake marina. Meteorologist Kelly Hooper told the Courier-Journal that an EF1 tornado touched down in Marshall County at Moores Resort and Marina shortly after 5 p.m. Sunday. The Weather Service is still surveying the damage as well as preliminary EF1 tornado damage in Carless, Ballard, and McCracken counties. The agency says its work will continue Tuesday. An EF1 tornado is considered moderate with winds from 86 miles per hour to 110 miles per hour. We have 67 degrees. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane.
This is the Kentucky News Network. A Franklin Circuit judge has ruled the Bevan administration must pay for withholding a pension reform analysis. Judge Philip Shepard ruled the administration violated the Kentucky Open Records Act by refusing to release a copy of an economic analysis of their 2017 pension reform plan. The state has been ordered to release the analysis and pay over $72,000 in attorney's fees and costs to the person who requested the record. The National Weather Service says a low-level tornado caused damage to a Kentucky lake marina. The EF1 tornado touched down in Marshall County at Moores Resort and Marina Sunday afternoon. The U.S. Forest Service says areas of land between the lake's National Recreation Area will be closed for several days so crews can clear storm debris. A Laurel County family is picking up the pieces after strong storms blew an oak tree onto their mobile home Sunday night.
Fred Snyder and his family were inside their living room around 8 p.m. watching the storms roll through when they heard and felt their house shake and their power immediately went out. A large oak tree had cut through the roof and fallen into their master bedroom. Snyder tells WKYT,
if this would have been an hour, I swear at least an hour later they would have been in the bedroom. And it hit right on the bed. Thank goodness the other side of the roof caught it. But they would have definitely been hurt, if not seriously hurt.
I'm Suzanne Duval.
A former University of Kentucky student is facing up to 10 years in prison after admitting she made a threat to the campus, then lied about it. Haley Duval pleaded guilty in federal court to terroristic threatening and filing a false report. She is set to be sentenced on October 7th. I'm Paul Miles.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Hey, it's Clint Boyer. Join me this July as we celebrate 20 years of racing at Kentucky Speedway.
Don't miss your favorite drivers compete at Kentucky Speedway.
Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick, Clint Boyer, Bubba Wallace, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch.
It's all going down July 13th in the Quaker State 400 presented by Walmart.
He leads coming to the checkers. He's going to win at Kentucky again.
Clint Boyer starts Bluegrass Edition night, KentuckySpeedway.com.
It's the summer travel season. To raise awareness of traffic laws and to encourage safe driving habits, state and local law enforcement are out in force during the Blue Lights Across the Bluegrass campaign. The goal is not to write tickets, but to save lives. Don't speed, don't drive impaired or distracted, and always wear your seatbelt. Obey the laws, or you will be cited. No exceptions, no excuses. Paid with federal funds through the Kentucky Office of
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit SouthCentralKYMonuments.com.
News time from WCLU is 6:25. We have 67 degrees. In area funeral announcements this hour, Philip Ward, age 68, of Glasgow, died Monday at the Medical Center of Bowling Green. At this hour, arrangements for Philip Ward are incomplete, but will be announced later by the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Nora Elizabeth Jessie Fennell, age 80, of Glasgow, died Saturday at her residence. She was a homemaker and had been attending the Glasgow Faith Church. Survivors include 4 children, Kathy Brown and Pamela Lyons of Glasgow. Carla Blank and husband Andy, and Leo Fennell of Texas. 13 grandchildren: Jimmy Wade Brown, Corey Lyle, Jeremy Bybee, Tasha Spencer, Terry Knatzer, Henry Spencer III, Amy Wood, Brittany Runyon, and Cody and Kylan Spencer, Wade, Aubrey, and Madison Blank. 2 sisters: Maddie Tatum of Glasgow and Nina Young of Kokomo, Indiana. 4 brothers: Joe and Leslie Jesse of Louisville, and Johnny and Pete Jesse of Glasgow. The funeral service for Nora Elizabeth Jesse Fennell will be held at 2 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home, burial in the Lick Branch Cemetery. Visitation begins at 10 o'clock Wednesday at the funeral home. Alternate expressions of sympathy can take the form of donations toward funeral expenses. Margaret Marie Puckett, 92, of Munfordville, died Monday at Signature Healthcare of Hart County. She was a member of the Munfordville Baptist Church and is survived by a son, Ray Puckett, of Shepherdsville, 2 grandchildren, Tracy Foreman and Jackson Puckett, both of Louisville. 8 great-grandchildren also survive. Service for Margaret Marie Puckett will be at 1 o'clock on Wednesday at Seagull Funeral Home, burial in the Munfordville Municipal Cemetery. Visitation begins from 5 until 9 tonight at the funeral home. Brenda M. Wilkinson, age 78, of Burkesville, died Saturday at the Cumberland County Hospital. She is survived by her husband, Tom Wilkinson, her children, Rita Bender of Irons, Michigan, Lori McDonald and Diane Goller of Gowan, Michigan, and Joe Potratz of Grand Rapids, Michigan, along with Tammy Cummings of California and Tom Peterson of Florida. 27 grandchildren, 30 great-grandchildren. Funeral service for Brenda M. Wilkinson will be held Friday morning at 11 o'clock at Norris New Funeral Home, burial in the Stalkup Cemetery in Cumberland County. Visitation begins after 2 p.m. on Thursday. Leola Carroll, age 84, of Bee Spring, died Sunday at her home. She was a homemaker and attended the Hubsfield Holiness Church. She is survived by her husband, Randall Carroll, a daughter, Reva Blanton, 2 sons, Kenny and Bobby Carroll, both of Bee Springs, 6 grandchildren, Nick, Matthew, Rachel, and Josh Carroll, Gina, and Adam Blanton, 1 sister, Rita Lindsay of Bee Springs, and 8 great-grandchildren. The funeral service for Leola Carroll will be held at 1 o'clock on Wednesday at the Hubsfield Holiness Church, with interment to follow in the church cemetery. Visitation begins today at 4 o'clock at the Patton Funeral Home in Brownsville and continues after 10 o'clock on Wednesday at the church. The funeral service for Charles Allen Williams, age 57, of Bowling Green, will be today at 1 o'clock at the Hardy & Son Bowling Green Chapel, burial in the Fairview Cemetery No. 2. Services for Reva Mae Miller Jewell, 79, of Edmonton, will be held at 1 o'clock today at Seagull Funeral Home, burial in the Mount Olivet Cemetery. The family requests memorial donations be given to the funeral home to assist with the funeral expenses. Funeral service for Barbara Nell Ferguson Flowers, age 79, of Glasgow, will be today at 2 o'clock at A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, burials to be in the Houck Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
The only place you need to go for all of your automotive needs is Gilead.com. Log on to browse our entire inventory of nearly 400 new and pre-owned vehicles. Take a video test drive, see the Carfax Vehicle History Report, calculate payments, apply for financing, get an instant cash offer for your vehicle from Kelley Blue Book, and check out our sales, parts, and service specials. All this with just a click of a mouse.
This year, Bowling Green comes to the ballpark.
Sleep better than ever with up to 30% savings on every bedroom suite this week at Ford's Furniture, like a solid maple artisan imposed bedroom in a mink finish. Save up to 30% off or get up to 48 months no interest financing on the bedrooms of your dreams now at Ford's Furniture.
early so you can plan for your dry cleaning needs to be met. Our customers are the reason why we've been open since 1988, and we don't want to inconvenience anyone. So get your dry cleaning into us as soon as possible. We'll be closed starting Saturday, June 29th, and reopening on Monday, July the 8th. And thank you for your business from the Catron family at Key 1 Hour Cleaners on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow.
Got some dry and some seasonably cool weather today, but right back to normal by tomorrow. A few clouds around this morning, and then sunshine and clouds this afternoon. I say seasonably cool because we'll be at 84 degrees where we should be closer to 90. So after low 80s yesterday, we're a little bit warmer today. Overnight tonight, pretty pleasant, about 62 degrees, also a little bit below average. But then with sunshine out tomorrow, we're going to start to turn it up again, near 90 degrees. Thursday, mostly sunny in the low 90s. Probably going to have a string of low 90-degree days. Friday, Saturday, most likely Sunday with a mix of clouds and sunshine each day, and the overnight low temperatures naturally coming up to the upper 60s to near 70. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. We got 57/100ths of an inch of rain yesterday. That's about like we got the day before. The winds this morning out of the southwest at 3 miles an hour. Pretty sticky out there, 97% humidity. 29.98 is the pressure. And we wake up with 66 now. It took a 1 degree drop there, 66 on the table. At WCLU, the weather brought to you by Key Cleaners. Remember, they're going to be on vacation next week. Get what you need cleaned this week at Key.
Are you looking for a new Chevrolet, Cadillac, or maybe a new Nissan? What about a quality used car? Truth is, it doesn't matter, because if we don't have it, we will find it for you. And we promise you a great deal on it as well. Do you live in Glasgow? Well, make sure to give us a try before you buy. Not from Glasgow? Don't pass us up to go somewhere else. You could miss out. We are aggressively priced on all our vehicles, and we will give you more for your trade. Make sure to ask us about the Goodman Advantage, which includes a powertrain warranty for life and so much more. So stop by today and check out our great selection of new and used vehicles at Goodman Automotive, corner of Happy Valley and Reynolds Road in Glasgow, or online at GoodmanAutomotive.com. Things were never better at Goodman.
When you drive that money-saving road to Glasgow, great deals, no games, come home to Goodman.
What does it mean to listen? At Time Savers, we believe listening means respecting a client's wishes, affording them dignity in making decisions, allowing them to acknowledge they are uncertain or skeptical of what the future may hold. At Time Savers, we are here to listen, to understand your personal care and home help needs, and to help you achieve the quality of life that you want, either for yourself or your loved ones. Whether you want to remain in your home as long as possible, or you need a little extra help in assisted living or memory care, Time Savers will listen and come up with the best solution for you. Call us at 270-792-5703 or go to mytimesaversky.com. That's 270-792-5703 or mytimesaversky.com. We listen, we understand, and we help.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Yes, indeed, Ralphie's Fun Center. They make it fun, regardless of what the occasion is, the situation is, the need is, or the time is. They can handle it at Ralphie's Fun Center. Let's get over here and talk about some of our birthday folks today, like Marjorie Davidson, who is celebrating. Carolyn Shirley celebrates today. Miss Elizabeth Bell Taylor has a birthday. So does Spencer Steenbergen. Betty Faye Coomer, Elaine Wade, Judy High has a birthday today. Anniversary number 31 for Kendall and Kimberly Cannon. And we also have Addis and Eddie Mae Jackson with a wedding anniversary today, too. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online, we're here for you at WCLUradio.com. And let's see, my special request today, it's an interesting little twist right here. It's Kendall Cannon Day on the radio. Kendall Cannon is a fellow who has been married 31 years to a very nice lady named Kimberly Cannon. So Nellie just decided, let's pat them both on the back, because they've each been married 31 years to each other. So why don't we pat them both on the back and let them know they're good as gold, because that's a true statement from their friends here at WCLU and a little taste of Texas. Congratulations to the Cannon. 636. And let's see, we've got some information for you on some things coming up here in South Central Kentucky. We'll get into that on in the archives. Do want to remind you about the Barron County Republican Women's Club meeting Thursday at 5:30 at Fab Studios and Catering Company. The cost is going to be $10 for the barbecue slider meal, followed by the business meeting. And you can contact Club President Helen Isham at 270-590-9656, 9656 if you want to reserve a meal, okay? And Brendan tossed me this birthday in here. It's a very nice lady, we want to be sure. And pause to get her name on the list here. It's Lori Ritchie. That's right, Miss Lori Ritchie, who is having a birthday today. So congratulations on that. Now, coming back, we'll be doing some archival things here just in a second.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
What if your doctors treated you like family, your nurses calmed your fears, you received personalized, compassionate care at every visit? At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
Monday and Tuesday at Shogun Bistro, right off the square in Glasgow. Shogun Bistro. You've chosen wisely.
Do you realize how enjoyable it is to go down memory lane and look at some of the things that were taken care of for us in the past and how we got to where we are? I'm going to tell you, it's a fascinating day in the archives. And Sam Terry, noted historian, will join us live for color commentary of today's archives after this word from our sponsor, Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto? No problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
Sam Terry is up and running today and ready to help us with some archival information. You okay today, Sam?
Doing well. I hope you are today.
I am. No problem whatsoever. I do want to make sure that we note about the Barron County Historical Society meeting Thursday, the Life and Times of S.B. Buckner, as presented by Don Elmore, at the Historical Society meeting at the Mary Wood Belgian Library, 6 o'clock Thursday night. Mr. Elmore has taught history for several years and has been an active participant in various societies, a Civil War reenactor for 16 years. No charge for attendance of this meeting, presentation, The Life and Times of Governor S.B. Buckner. I bet that'll be interesting, Sam, for sure.
I would think so. Simon Bolivar Buckner was our neighbor from Mumfordville and had a fabled home there known as Glen Lily, and a very interesting fella. I think that would be an exciting program to listen to because Buckner was involved in lots of different things that were pretty interesting.
His name is dotted throughout our history books here in South Central Kentucky for sure. All right, let's go to 100 years ago and see what was happening from the local news standpoint, Sam. This was a story in the Glasgow Republican 100 years ago, and it reads as follows. We congratulate the Barron County Fiscal Court for appropriating $3,000 for use on the government road through the county. This is putting money to use where it will be of everlasting good. Wonder what the government road was.
I would say we know it as the Jackson Highway or 31E.
Yeah, $3,000 in 1919 dollars. Probably put a little help toward getting that road either improved or finished or a little bit more complete. And, certainly it continues every day to be put to good use, so that was a good call from the writer from the Republican, 1919. 1929, we've got some news about some folks here locally. This story in the Republican about Mr. and Ms. Albert Ely. They are in Crab Orchard, where Mr. Ely is attending the state meeting of druggists. So, we've this part of our community that is a fixture is the name Ely Drugs. But I don't think anybody remembers Mr. Ely much. But I certainly don't. But anyway, there was a gentleman named Albert Ely, and he was attending the state meeting of druggists here in 1929. I bet that was kind of pioneering, don't you?
I imagine it was. That was an early day for organizations of professional interest and so forth. So, and Crab Orchard was quite the place to be, apparently.
Also this day in 1929, Mr. Terry L. Hatchett has entered the University of Ann Arbor, Michigan, after a visit to his father, Mr. C.H. Hatchett. So the young Mr. Terry Loving Hatchett was continuing his education way up in Michigan there, Sam, in 1929. That's a pretty far piece from home, regardless of the decade. 1939, this story, we have parks in the news. City Council talked about park last night. And this story from 1939 is about parks. Holding in readiness, Glasgow enthusiasts for the Park to Park Highway are holding themselves in readiness for a call from Burkesville to join a motorcade which will present their claims before the next meeting of the Highway Commission in an effort to procure an early contract for additional construction on this important thoroughfare. It is understood the Glasgow delegation will be joined by representatives from Summer Shade, Cave City, and Mammoth Cave. Now, they weren't so concerned about the park as much as they were concerned about how to get to the park there. And that was a big effort for everybody to kind of have a motorcade to go to the State Highway Commission and say, look, we need this. Some pioneering work from the delegation there in 1939, Sam. 1949, we've got a story about some folks on the road. Mr. and Mrs. B.C. Wood, Bobby Wood, Miss Dorothy Wood, Mr. and Miss Kenneth Quigley, Miss Ada Wells, Mr. and Ms. H.P. Bridges, and Miss Mary Bridges were all in Louisville last week for reason why, to attend the commencement exercise of the University of Louisville, where Mr. Kenneth Wood received his bachelor's degree. I bet that was a big time, because I never have known Mr. Kenneth Wood to get involved in anything that it wasn't also fun,
I would agree. It's the first of many degrees that Mr. Wood obtained, and all of his family there and future sister-in-law motoring up to Louisville would have been a fun thing to do.
Yes, indeed. 1949. I'm sure, as they said, a good time was had by all in 1949. 1959, this day, little Rhonda Ryherd will undergo surgery. That's what the headline says in the Glasgow Times here in 1959. Rhonda Ryherd, the 2-year-old daughter of Mr. and Miss Shelley Ryherd, has been entered into the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, where she will undergo major heart surgery. Mr. and Ms. Ryherd are staying in Rochester and will be joined there later by Mrs. Ryherd's sister, Mrs. Ernest Scott, Jr., who will remain in Rochester for several days. Now, Sam, in 1959 terms, that was a big deal indeed. Well, today it would be a big deal, but you think about 1959, heart surgery operations weren't nearly as advanced. And, of course, we remember Miss Rhonda Ryherd now as our former mayor, Rhonda Troutman. And I went to school with her, and I know that was something that it was like, wow, that little classmate of mine had heart surgery, and you really don't forget that.
An unusual thing at that time.
Yes, it was.
The whole community, as I have been told, was certainly watching carefully to see what happened in that situation, and obviously it turned out well.
Yes, it did, and it's done well, and she has and continues to make a difference. But it all goes back to that 2-year-old operation that scared everybody. That was 1959. So let's move up here to 1969. We got some upcoming weddings here. I guess this was in the society section of 1969. Jerry Reed and Barbara McHouston will marry on August the 30th. Gerald Moss and Brenda Williams will marry August the 9th. And Delbert Compton and Betty A. Ping will marry on July the 5th. Some excellent couples. A little reminder here in the Glasgow Times about their upcoming weddings from 1969, Sam. 1979, another busy council meeting for the Glasgow City Council. This day in 1979, a large delegation of Green Valley residents appeared at the Glasgow Common Council to oppose the city's locating the landfill dump on land just off of Highway 90 East. That was fairly controversial for that day and time. Don't you remember, Sam?
Yes, I do. And obviously the residents had an impact.
They did.
On what happened there.
Yeah, and I guess it was, think about that. We were all used to going east of the city to dump our garbage out there at the old dump up at the top of the hill there on 63. And everybody said, well, let's keep it on the same side of town. Well, no. It didn't work out that way, did it? It went on the other side of town to the landfill. And certainly it's a textbook in how to do a landfill, I think, from all the many wonderful advancements that have been made there.
It certainly is, and most people don't speak about landfills and how great they are too often, but if you're ever given the opportunity to have a tour of our landfill, you'll be completely amazed.
Yes.
At the operation there, and it makes money for the city, and that helps us all.
And indeed it does, and you just don't realize how high-tech, how complex, how important the way we handle our refuse is dealt with out there at the landfill. So it's a never-changing operation. Let's look at 1989. The story was tourism, and the headline reads, "Tourism is $1 million business." Last year, tourism in Kentucky was a $44 million boost. That, of course, is 1989. It says here that Barron County ranks 12th out of the 120 counties in tourism revenue. That was in 1989. So, being in the top 10% is a pretty good deal there for our tourism dollars from back in 1989. And it's important to look at those dollars, too,
It is, and in the years since, tourism has exploded all over Kentucky as communities have gotten organized in how we welcome visitors to the communities and help them create memories while they're visiting our locations.
Yeah, and if you think about now what the interstate was like in 1989 versus the kind of traffic we have over there every day, a lot more folks come through Kentucky these days for a whole lot of different reasons. I'm glad we have and continue to work on our interstate system to accommodate folks coming to see us. Here's a nice memory from 1999. An advertisement for the Little Taste of Texas. Now, here's the special today, Sam. This day in 1999, it was Aunt Patty Lou's Chicken Casserole. Surely you have tasted that for sure.
I have indeed, and have fond memories of Aunt Patty Lou.
That's right, Patty Lou Palmore. Going back to the day, I don't know whether they, what if they take requests over there to Little Taste of Texas to go back?
I don't know. They might, and if you hit the timing right, Aunt Patty Lou could be your server there.
That's exactly right. Could be. Just have to wait and see. But nonetheless, it's certainly mighty fine eats for sure. 1999. And this day in 2009, this story in the Barron County Progress, let's see, Jane Collins and Lenora Metcalf were honored at the Marywood Weldon Library as they retired. Now, there's two gals right there who certainly have been through the growth, the expansion, the modernization of the Marywood Weldon Library. They retired 10 years ago, Jane Collins and Lenora Metcalf. And they did make a difference, Sam, for sure.
They did, and I find myself still being surprised today to go to the library and not see them there, because they were indeed fixtures of the library and always helpful and outgoing to welcome folks.
They made that commitment and they followed through with it, and we are still reaping those benefits, Sam. That's what we have, not in the tidbit news. What am I thinking about here? It's archives. We'll use that theme song to back out of this. But 100 years, it certainly shows the variation of our fabric around here, Sam, and I appreciate your commentary on all these various decades of history, things that make up our historical fabric, and I hope that we can reconvene tomorrow and learn some more about ourselves, okay?
All right, I'll look forward to it.
All right, and you have a good day, sir.
You too.
Sam Terry, noted historian, and just a guy that's, he's been around doing a lot of studying of things, and it helps out to have him here on this program brought to you by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services.
Celebrate freedom from high prices during Ford's huge store-wide 4th of July sale. Millions of dollars of furniture, all on sale. Nothing held back. Save up to 53% or get up to 48 months interest-free financing on Ford's entire inventory. All on sale now at Ford's Furniture.
The mattress savings are amazing now at Ford's. Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Restonic, and Ford's mattresses. Get a king mattress set for the price of a queen, or a queen for the price of a full, or get up to 60 months interest-free financing now at Ford's Furniture.
The 65th Annual Barron County Fair starts Tuesday, June 25th at the Temple Hill Fairgrounds. Talk about an action-packed week. All your favorites like unlimited carnival rides with paid admission. Pageants throughout the week for all different ages. The ever-popular KTPA Truck and Tractor Pull on Thursday night. New this year, on Wednesday, the Barbecue Contest, sponsored by Farmers RECC and Ravens Cross Escape Room. Also new, a Demo Derby on Saturday night, plus Championship Wrestling, Tractor Driving Contest, ATV Rodeo, the Pet Show, livestock events, floral haul, and so much more. Check the fair catalog in area papers for specifics, rules, and awards. The Temple Hill Lions Club is proud to have been a sponsor for 65 years. See you at the fair.
Spin Spend your weekday afternoons learning the common sense way to handle your money. The Dave Ramsey Show on WCLU from 1 to 4 helps you deal with money management, debt freedom, and financial peace. Brought to you locally by Lock Shield Partners, creating a map for your future. 6:56 from WCLU. We're at 66 degrees this morning. Hopefully things are all right with you where you are. I got some more birthdays to tell you about. Some special folks here. How about Raymond Slaughter having a birthday today? Raymond, your wife called up to make sure you got recognized on your birthday. Quintasia Henderson has a birthday today, too. And Kaylee Constant, we understand. Kaylee is turning 5 today. Ma and Pa called up to wish Kaylee a happy, happy birthday today. Oh, let's see here. Reach back over here and get my other piece of information that I wanted to share with you. Don't know where I put it. Here it is. I'll get back and deal with that just in a second.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new loaded hash round bowl. Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
What I was going to tell you about as far as things that are upcoming, I want to remind you about you can celebrate America's birthday with the Louisville Orchestra 1 week from this evening, Tuesday, July the 2nd, in downtown Glasgow on the east side of the square in front of City Hall beginning at 7:30 p.m. The orchestra will play patriotic music to honor the U.S. As plus other music celebrations. The concert will last approximately 90 minutes. Attendees may bring chairs or blankets to sit on during the concert. Broadway the Clown is going to be there. He'll be there about 5:30 or so to entertain children and adults prior to the concert. In addition to restaurants and local food vendors, attendees can bring their own picnic meal. Restrooms located in the Barron County Administration Building on the north side of the square will also be open to the public. It's one that you don't want to miss, no matter how many times you've been. One more, and you'll be reinvigorated with things. 6:58 WCLU Trivia around the corner.
Uh-oh, it's official. I'm retiring next week.
Well, that's a good thing, as long as you've been preparing for it.
But I'm not ready. I kept saying I'll get around to it.
Hello, I'm Anthony Mite, your local Modern Woodman financial representative. Don't be like Miss I'll get around to it. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
She was only 17 years old. For the last 15 years, her diet consisted of basically only eating McDonald's Chicken McNuggets. So when recently she was rushed to the hospital because she collapsed while she was at work, she was struggling to breathe. Now you and I know it's been proven that a diet that's abnormally high in salt and fat leads to an increased risk of heart attack and stroke. So if you ignore these warnings and your health finally catches up to you, you can only say, what'd you expect? If someone chooses to live a life apart from God, a life where God is secondary, when you stand at judgment and hear Jesus say, depart from me, we ask, what'd you expect? This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
Let's go ahead and check out the weather for today. Again, as South Central Bank says, going to be warming up here, and we'll hear from Ray Strajic right after this.
Tired of sitting still? Get going with the bank that's going places, South Central Bank. The South Central Bank Green Tree Travel Club has a journey planned to always exciting Branson, Missouri. Check your calendar. It's October 23rd through the 27th. See Branson at its best. Enjoy the Snowboat Dinner Cruise, a train ride on the Branson Scenic Railway. Experience the Murder Mystery Dinner Show, Lambert's Cafe, and of course it wouldn't be Branson without experiencing the George Strait Dinner Show.
Write this down.
If you're a Green Tree Travel Club member, it's just $600. Non-members, $700. Better book your reservations. A trip like this in late October will fill up fast. Call 888-651-7466 to book it today. October 23rd through the 27th. Head to Branson with South Central Bank's Green Tree Travel Club. 888-651-7466. Member FDIC.
Got some dry and some seasonably cool weather today, but right back to normal by tomorrow. A few clouds around this morning, and then sunshine and clouds this afternoon. I say seasonably cool because we'll be at 84 degrees where we should be closer to 90. So after low 80s yesterday, we're a little bit warmer today. Overnight tonight, pretty pleasant, about 62 degrees, also a little bit below average. But then with sunshine out tomorrow, we're going to start to turn it up again, near 90 degrees. Thursday, mostly sunny in the low 90s. Probably going to have a string of low 90-degree days. Friday, Saturday, most likely Sunday with a mix of clouds and sunshine each day, and the overnight low temperatures naturally coming up to the upper 60s to near 70. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
All right, Ray, we've had almost 0.6 of an inch of rain in the last 24 hours, 57 hundredths, 97% humidity. Winds out of the southwest at 3 miles an hour, 66 at WCLU. Every year, Glasgow Building Supply provides quality driveway sealer to Southern Kentucky homeowners at the best price. And the pallets of premier Blackjack brand sealer have arrived at Glasgow Building Supply. Get a jump on sealing now. Each bucket is coal tar free and covers up to 350 square feet. Easy to use for resealing driveways and parking lots. Blackjack Driveway Sealer. Talk to the pros today at Glasgow Building Supply, 31E Bypass. They've got what you need in stock now. Get ready to celebrate the 4th with savings from your Houchins IGA. Stock up store-wide. WCLU will be broadcasting live Friday afternoon from 4 until 6 as you prepare to make this the best Independence Day. Join us for special savings Friday afternoon live on WCLU.
Those warm weather months are nice, but for some people it doesn't matter what the weather is. They have to go to work. And if that's you, you know how important footwear is to the daily grind. So as Kaylee says, come on down to the Quick Stop Shoe Store and check us out. Happy Valley Road in Glasgow, just down from Houchins Grocery. Look for the Red Wing sign. It's a shoe store designed to give you a personal experience to find the right shoe that fits your feet, your work needs, whether it be steel toe or waterproof. The Albrights are known and trusted for these very reasons. That's the Quick Stop Shoe Store across from Swifties on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow.
Come on down to the Quick Stop Shoe Store and check us out.
Listen up, members of Farmers RECC. Your annual meeting is Thursday, July 11th at the Cave City Convention Center in Cave City. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. Enjoy the music of Rockland Road, formerly the Martin Family Circus, the scholarship drawing, prizes, and your co-op connection to safe, affordable, and reliable energy. That's Farmers RECC's annual meeting July 11th. More details at farmersrecc.com.
Whether you have a little boo-boo or a great big boo-boo, when it comes to your car, who fixes those problems really matters. Shaw's Body Shop in Glasgow is a well-established, reputable company capable of taking care of any size damage to your car. In fact, many major insurance carriers have Shaw's on their preferred repair shop list. What does that tell you? It tells you whether you have a little ding or a big bang. Get it fixed right with Shaw's Body Shop on West Main, 651-5172.
Let me jump in here and say good morning to some of the folks who have checked in on Facebook Live this morning. Let's see. Dale Copa says, have a blessed Tuesday. No raincoat today. Yay, I agree. We have Karen Small, Terry Pruitt, Kathy Simpson is tuned in this morning, Eva Yates, Renee Horton, Rita Diane Carey, Roberta Houchin. Also, we have, let's see, Karen Small was checking in, but I failed to note that she's checking in from Michigan this morning at Sleeping Bear Dunes National Park. Michelle Wheeler is watching us today in Paducah, Kentucky. Hello down there. Look out for the Duke of Paducah down there, Michelle. Crystal Joe Carey is tuned in. So is Peggy Tuck Edwards checking in with us today, too. Just nice to have folks stopping by and setting a spell, as they say. Somebody's going to win a pizza from Little Caesars here in a minute. Hang on. I'll hear this word from Little Caesars, and we'll ask the question.
Listen to the delicious crunch of Little Caesars' new extra most bestest hot and ready thin crust pepperoni pizza for just $6. Hot and ready every day between 4 and 8 p.m. Just walk in and pick up a large, crispy thin crust pizza with the most cheese and pepperoni at the nation's best price of only $6. Little Caesars thin crust pepperoni pizza. One bite and you'll be back for more.
Pizza. Top 4 national pizza chains. Extra most bestest thin crust pepperoni pizza versus large round one topping thin crust pepperoni pizza. Everyday standard menu prices at participating locations plus tax.
All right, here we go with the question. Can you provide the answer? In 1843, Congress granted Samuel F.B. Morse $30,000 to build the first telegraph line between two cities located about 30 miles from each other. What were those two cities? When Morse came up with this Morse code deal, they wanted to build a telegraph between two cities about 30 miles apart. He got a big grant from the government, $30,000. What were the two cities that the first telegraph went between? Hello, trivia. Hello, trivia.
Denver and Las Vegas, Nevada.
No, it's not right. 1843, Congress said, here, build us a telegraph. Trivia.
Baltimore to Washington.
Say it again.
Baltimore to Washington.
That's correct. And who's speaking?
This is Tanya.
Hey, Tanya, how you doing?
I'm great.
What's your last name, Tanya?
Hawkins.
Tanya Hawkins.
Houchins.
Houchins. Okay, Tanya Houchins. I'm sorry. Now, looks like if I was operating a telegraph, I could be hearing better this morning, Tanya. I'm sorry about that. So, you ever operated a telegraph, have you?
I have not.
Okay, the dots and the dashes and everything. It's interesting, to think about the need to have a telegraph, send a message from Washington to Baltimore. I don't know what the deal was there in 1843, what was the importance of it, but it's interesting to read the history of this. He developed all these neat things, and it was something, of course, as you study like the history of the Civil War, there were telegraphers in the Civil War sending out messages. You just had to have wires between the two places you wanted to send them, so which wasn't all that easy during the war. But in 1843, that's when we had a wire going between two towns, and it was Washington and Baltimore.
Very good.
You think there was any naysayers there, Tanya, that says, why give this guy $30,000?
Sure.
But it turned out to be a smart decision.
Yes, it did.
All right. Well, Tanya, you have a good day. Come by here. We'll send you out for a delicious pizza from Little Caesars, okay?
All right, and thank you so much.
You have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Tanya Houchins, that's right. It's the two cities first served by the telegraph machine. It's Washington, D.C. to Baltimore, 30 miles. They had the telegraph operating. They could send those messages. And that's what we have this morning on Trivia. Thanks to Tanya Houchins. Thanks to everybody who makes it enjoyable. And thanks to Little Caesars.
Iran's president has choice words for his U.S. counterpart a day after President Trump announced new economic sanctions on Tehran. Hassan Rouhani said the White House is, quote, afflicted by mental retardation. National Security Advisor John Bolton is in Jerusalem. Met with Israeli and Russian officials on Mideast security.
The president held the door open, real completely verifiable to eliminate Iran's nuclear weapons program. All that Iran needs to do is to walk through that open door.
President Rouhani says the Ayatollah is 80 and won't be making any trips to Washington. Correspondent Paula Reed at the White House.
Iran has said it does not want to engage in talks unless the U.S. drops the sanctions that are crippling its economy. And the president has said that Iran cannot follow through on its threat to begin enriching uranium. So far, it appears to be a standstill.
CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU, 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM, 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO, 103.1 Glasgow.
ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Yes, we have a history and roots in Southern Kentucky. Yes, we have a large staff to support our clients with the attention and efficiency they deserve. Best of all, we continue to get better at what we do. You make us better. Let us show you the type of insurance experience we think should always come standard. Every person, family, home, farm, or business we serve gets our best effort. Dedicated to what's best for you, we're ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902, I'm Daniel Bird, and I'd love the opportunity to work with you. Please give us a call.
It is 7:10 at WCLU, and there's one sure sign that the fair is beginning, because my cousin James Bailey and I get the chance to have a conversation in the morning time, and it's happening again. James, how you doing, sir?
All right, how you doing, guys?
I'm doing real good. I'm having a great start to the day because I'm pumped up about the Barron County Fair, and I've really been enjoying reading the fair book and hearing from all the folks about what's going to be happening. And I know that you're the guy that's in the know on everything that's going to be happening at the Barron County Fair.
It's going to be an exciting fair. It's probably going to be the best fair we ever had. We're looking forward to it.
The 65th year, right, James?
What do you say?
Number 65.
Number 65, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to hush and you talk, all right?
Well, tonight begins the fair. We start out at 5 o'clock this evening. Chamber of Commerce is going to have a ribbon cut ceremony there next to the carnival.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, we've got the same carnival we've been having, Miller Spectacular, and good carnival.
It is.
Each for the Plowston Mission, and it'll be $10 this evening per person. If you're shorter than 36 inches, you'll be free. But if you're over 36 inches, you got to pay $10.
We don't make that one, do we?
No, we don't make
Length or width, right?
Yeah. Both ways. I couldn't make it.
That's right. That's right. Well, but it's certainly well worth the $10, isn't it, James?
Yeah, because you got free rides. Those that want to ride, you got free rides all night, plus all the other events. Now, we've got some other big events. We got a baby show at 7 o'clock, baby and toddler pageant. We also have Tiny Miss and Mr. Pageant and Little Miss and Mr. Pageant tonight. And also, if the track drives out where we can, there'll be a tractor driving contest. We've never done that before. And at 7:30, of course, 7 o'clock starts the baby show.
Mm-hmm.
At 7:30, we have a UCW Ultra Championship Wrestling. Those folks that like wrestling, it'll be all this be on the roof now.
That's going to be good, isn't it?
It will be. It will be. We've got a big, nice cattle barn down there, and he'll set up the ring down there and chairs and everything. And it's a good place to have that. And of course, we have our baby show on the pavilion.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be pretty tonight anyway. It doesn't matter, but that's the way it is.
Sure.
Also, we have a little drawing on Saturday night for a little moped from Out of Control Power Sports,
Mm-hmm.
and or a spa package from Cervenza Salon, and it's $2 a chance. So if anybody's interested in that, we'll be selling those at the fair.
Good.
We have Mike's our manager this time, as usual. He does a usual good job.
He does.
And our Lions Club members are there, all pumped up, hard workers. And the people in the community come in and help us, and we just have a ton of support, and we appreciate that. And it's going to be good.
I want everybody to get down there. You guys turn around, and guys and gals turn around and put the proceeds from this back into the facility. And over the years, what you all have done to the Temple Hill Fairgrounds to have this fair each and every year with those buildings and the additions, it's something to be proud of. It is one heck of a fairgrounds, James.
It is. It's developed, and it's an ongoing effort. You got maintenance and everything, but it's a result of a lot of hard work, and it's a good thing, community involvement.
Well, we're going to look forward to getting out there and supporting the efforts of the Temple Hill Lions Club and all the folks involved, but we'll cut the ribbon at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock this evening.
Okay.
That's right.
All right. Well, James, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, I appreciate it very much. Thank you, James.
Okay.
James Bailey with the Temple Hill Lions Club. It's the fair, the first evening tonight, 5 o'clock, ribbon cutting. Don't miss it.
I was currently with no prosthetic company, and I was just getting my beginner's prosthetic, and it still wasn't comfortable.
That's when Mike met William Bray with Extreme Prosthetics.
I met Mr. Bray at one of my daughter's ball games, and he'd handed me a card, and he seemed very confident and knew what he was talking about, so I decided to go see Mr. Bray just for a consultation, and just in minutes I was more confident in it, full range of motion.
Mike and many others have given great testimonials for William Bray and Extreme Prosthetics at 400 South Broadway in Glasgow, which you can check out online at comfortforamputees.com.
Yeah, I'm a rather large guy, and it takes a special prosthetic to carry my weight. In the first meeting with Mr. Bray, he realized by looking at the material they used to assemble my prosthetic that it wasn't at the weight limit to carry my weight. And had I not went to that consultation, I'd have never known that.
Professional care from someone who wears a prosthetic themselves. William Bray and Extreme Prosthetics.
If you're just not confident with it, I'd say go see Mr. Bray.
Call 629-5347.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. One Glasgow citizen is calling on the local government to make a commitment to a proposed better community. Citizen Wes Simpson detailed at Monday's Glasgow City Council meeting the implications of community atmosphere and public engagement. Simpson told the council he, quote, understands business, citing credibility in his leadership in the movement to build a downtown park. Simpson referred to a plot of land between the post office and Dollar General on West Main Street that the Glasgow municipal government bought. Since buying the land, the area has been fairly inactive until recently. Simpson began putting videos and pictures on social media of him pretending to use the park. Last Friday, a group held a picnic in the area with live music. In reality, Simpson has led a group to push for more action.
But I want you to know that I'm not just some guy that walked down the street and thought, that'd be nice to have a park there. I think I'll make some pictures and videos and have some fun. I understand business and economics and also the limitations of local government and inner workings of that. And so I want you to know where I'm coming from. I'm a native son of this community, and while I do dream of all that it could be, I do understand the other side of it. And so I'm here tonight to ask the city to enter into a public-private partnership with details to be worked out at a later date in building a unique downtown public space on West Main Street.
Simpson says the park would ideally include a covered facility for the local farmers market, a splash fountain, an amphitheater, and, quote, other features he believes would enhance the downtown atmosphere. According to Simpson, his following has extended beyond Glasgow. He says former residents have reached out to him to express their interest in the community. Simpson even cited information about drawn architecture plans from a former resident.
Proud of the positivity and support that is out there for us to know from current residents of the community and those natives that are elsewhere.
Simpson proposed the city enter an agreement that involves the city matching a private campaign's monetary effort to build the park along with providing drainage. According to Simpson, quote, there are people ready to open their checkbooks. Mayor Harold Armstrong says the project needs to go through steps, being evaluated legally and financially. The Parks and Recreation Committee of the Glasgow City Council is supposed to hear more from those involved at their next meeting, July 9th. In other business, the council approved the proposed 2019-2020 fiscal budget. The council also approved the first reading of the amended interlocal agreement. There were several accidents yesterday. According to this morning's 911 activity report, there was an accident with injury yesterday around 6:48 a.m. on Nobob Road and Moore Road. Around 9:34 a.m., there was another accident with injury on the Cumberland Parkway. Finally, around 12:30 in the afternoon, there was an accident with injury at 2300 New Salem Road. The East Barron Fire Department, Barron Metcalf EMS, and Barron County Sheriff's Office responded. Barron County has been chosen to receive nearly $20,000 to supplement emergency food and shelter programs in the county. According to a press release from the County Judge Executive's office, Barron County received $19,543 from a national board related to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security's Federal Emergency Management Agency. According to the news release, the funds will be appropriated through a local board made up of local officials, service agency representatives, and citizens of Barron County. Barron County has distributed emergency food and shelter funds previously to Community Relief Fund for Glasgow-Barron County, Community Action of Southern Kentucky, and Barron River Area Safe Space. Public or private voluntary agencies interested in applying for emergency food and shelter program funds must complete an application. Application forms may be obtained from Sherry Jones at the office of the Barron County Judge Executive. The phone number is 270-651-3338. For more information, visit WCLUradio.com. Barron County Schools recently announced Kathy Burris as the new elementary director of instruction for the school system. Burris will replace Brian Clifford. The Barron County Board of Education recently approved an MOA for Clifford to work with the Kentucky Department of Education. Burris has served as a teacher consultant for special programs since 2013. According to the school system, Burris has spent her entire career in the Barron County District. She worked at the elementary level for 20 years, serving as a classroom teacher, special education teacher, and lead teacher. Burris graduated from Western Kentucky University with a bachelor's degree in elementary education and special education. She received her master's degree in counseling from WKU, her rank 1 in elementary education from Indiana Wesleyan University, and her director of special education from the University of the Cumberlands. Burris will begin the job July 1st. We have 721, 66 degrees. Straight ahead, more of the news you can depend on at WCLU News.
Come on down to Bailey Gibson. The 2018s have to go.
All 2018 models are marked down. Buicks, GMCs, cars, trucks, SUVs, they've all got to go. Prices have been cut.
Cut below invoice?
Yes, get a new 2018 below invoice pricing, in addition to all available incentives. Need financing? We can help with that also. Come on down to 306 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. Check out the big savings on all remaining 2018 Buicks and GMCs on the lot. These are the lowest prices of the year. Find the vehicle you like and let us help with the rest.
Remember, Buicks, GMCs, savings, Bailey Gibson.
Gibson, they're my deal-making, handshaking, wheel-turning, hard-working dealer.
Healthcare changes all the time, but at Hatchet Home Medical, we're a consistent friend to help you navigate the road to good health. We are your headquarters for all types of equipment and supplies to let you recuperate at home, and we keep up with all the changes. So let us file the paperwork for insurance reimbursement. Hatchet Home Medical's huge showroom and warehouse on Park Avenue in Glasgow lets us stock what you need, and our trained technicians are courteous and helpful when setting up and instructing you or your caretakers. We feature a 24-hour on-call phone number to help in emergencies. And remember, all healthcare professionals, Hatchet's Home Medical has the area's largest selection of nurses' uniforms and supplies, featuring the best of name brands. Whether you need a wheelchair, walker, hospital bed, or other assistive device, the name to remember is Hatchet Home Medical in the Park Avenue Shopping Center in Glasgow. Phone 651-9551.
More news this hour. The Barron County Chamber of Commerce will host a ribbon cutting today at the Barron County Fairgrounds. Chamber President Ernie Myers called to detail the celebration.
Well, guys, the Temple Hill Lions Club has been working hard this year, as they do every year, in getting the Barron County Fair ready to go. This afternoon at 5 o'clock, we're going to have a ribbon cutting for them to celebrate the opening of the 2019 Barron County Fair. So that's what's happening with the Glasgow-Barron County Chamber of Commerce, where we're working together, building a better community.
The fair site is located in Temple Hill at 10,168 Tompkinsville Road. 2 people were injured when a small plane crashed in Kentucky. News reports cite a statement from the Vine Grove Police Department saying a single-engine aircraft crashed Sunday evening at the Vine Grove Airport. Police said 2 people on board were injured and taken to a hospital for treatment. Police did not release their names or any updates on their conditions. A man who lives near the airport told the News Enterprise he was the first on the scene and called emergency crews. Jeff Lincoln said the plane clipped a tree and stalled before crashing. Kentucky State Police have arrested a man arrested a man accused of firing the shots into a residence, starting a fire, and shooting at responding officers. A state police statement says troopers responded to a complaint that shots were fired late Sunday in Bell County and then found themselves under fire. A standoff ensued until a state police special response team approached the residence and made contact with 53-year-old Charles E. Lawson, who was arrested Monday morning and charged with wanton endangerment, attempted murder, and assault. News outlets said no injuries were reported, but State Highway 66 was shut down near the scene during the standoff. A prominent Kentucky House Democrat is questioning whether Republican Governor Matt Bevin has enough votes to legally pass his pension relief proposal in a special legislative session. Representative Joni Jenkins said Monday she's hearing the governor has lined up 51 votes for his proposal in the 100-member House, but she says the measure could require support from at least 60 House members as an appropriation bill in a non-budget year. Jenkins says it may be, quote, something the courts will decide. Bevin's Deputy Chief of Staff, Brian Sunderland, says Bevin's team has enough support to pass the proposal, quote, in a constitutional manner. Jenkins and Sunderland spoke to reporters after a pension oversight board met Monday. Bevin's proposal aims to provide relief for regional universities as well as quasi-governmental agencies facing surging pension costs. A Kentucky judge has ordered the state to pay more than $72,000 in attorneys' fees and costs in a lawsuit over the release of an economic analysis of Governor Matt Bevin's administration's analysis of the 2017 pension reform plan. Franklin County Circuit Judge Philip Shepard ruled Monday that the Bevin administration intentionally violated the Kentucky Open Records Act in refusing to release a copy of the analysis. The Courier-Journal reports Shepard ordered the analysis be released and directed the state to pay fees and costs to the person requesting it. A former attorney for state government and a member of the Kentucky Public Pension Coalition, Ellen Solis, requested the analysis. Her attorney said Solis is pleased with the ruling. Bevin spokesman Woody Meglinger said the administration disputes the willful violation conclusion and plans to appeal. And the National Weather Service says a low-level tornado caused damage to a Kentucky lake marina. Meteorologist Kelly Hooper told the Courier-Journal that an EF1 tornado touched down in Marshall County at Moores Resort and Marina shortly after 5 p.m. Sunday. The Weather Service is still surveying the damage as well as preliminary EF1 tornado damage in Carlist, Ballard, and McCracken counties. The agency says its work will continue Tuesday. An EF1 tornado is considered moderate with winds from 86 miles per hour to 110 miles per hour. It's 7:27, 66 degrees. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A Kentucky House Democrat is questioning whether Governor Bevin has enough votes to legally pass his pension relief proposal in a special legislative session. Will Clark has more.
Representative Joni Jenkins says she's hearing Governor Bevin has lined up 51 votes for his proposal in the 100-member House. But she says the measure could require support from at least 60 House members as an appropriation bill in a non-budget year. Jenkins warns that it could be something the courts will decide. Bevin's Deputy Chief of Staff, Brian Sunderland, says that they have enough support to pass the proposal in a constitutional manner. Bevin's proposal aims to provide relief for regional university as well as quasi-governmental agencies facing surging pension costs. I'm Will Clark.
The National Weather Service says a low-level tornado caused damage to a Kentucky lake marina. The EF1 tornado touched down in Marshall County at Moores Resort and Marina Sunday afternoon. The U.S. Forest Service says areas of land between the lakes National Recreation Area will be closed for several days so crews can clear storm debris. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell will meet with 9/11 first responders who are pushing for reauthorization of the 9/11 Victim Compensation Fund. The meeting is expected to happen today. McConnell has been the focal point of a public shaming by former Daily Show host Jon Stewart. Stewart has argued that 9/11 first responders should not have to come to Capitol Hill to beg for continued funding. A former University of Kentucky student is facing up to 10 years in prison after admitting she made a threat to the campus, then lied about it. Haley Duvall pleaded guilty in federal court to terroristic threatening and filing a false report. She's set to be sentenced October 7th. I'm Paul Miles.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet brings you incredible opportunities. You can enjoy the power to explore a digital world of possibilities and connect with family, friends, and the things that matter most. That's why there's access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month or less. No commitment, no deposit, no installation fee. Plus, get an in-home Wi-Fi gateway included at no extra cost. Call 1-855-220-5211 or visit att.com/access now to learn more.
SNAP refers to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Pricing excludes taxes and fees. Includes 1 terabyte of data per month. Data overage charges apply. For details about data allowance, go to att.com/internet-usage. Geographic and service restrictions apply.
Celebrate your memories. No two funerals are exactly alike. Personalization is a valuable consideration, whether the ceremony is elaborate or simple. Funerals are often individualized to reflect the life and values of the deceased.
This is Follis Crow. It may reflect one's occupation, hobbies, or a lifetime of photo memories. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home in Glasgow. We're here for you.
The Weather Channel brings you the latest forecast. Sponsored by Southern States in Glasgow.
Southern States has been partnering with farmers since 1923, which is why so many farmers depend on Southern States season after season for fertilizers and chemicals, baler twine and hay supplies, fly minerals for beef cattle, and so much more. You need it? They have it at Southern States. And yes, they love helping gardeners with seed and supplies. Lots of folks get their propane tanks refilled for the summer season at Southern States. But did you realize they are your home for the world-famous Holland grills? Check them out today. You'll always feel taken care of when you depend on Southern States Glasgow Co-op on Sampson Street.
Got some dry and some seasonably cool weather today, but right back to normal by tomorrow. A few clouds around this morning, and then sunshine and clouds this afternoon. I say seasonably cool because we'll be at 84 degrees where we should be closer to 90. So after low 80s yesterday, we're a little bit warmer today. Overnight tonight, pretty pleasant, about 62 degrees, also a little bit below average. But then with sunshine out tomorrow, we're going to start to turn it up again, near 90 degrees. Thursday, mostly sunny in the low 90s. Probably going to have a string of low 90-degree days. Friday, Saturday, most likely Sunday with a mix of clouds and sunshine each day, and the overnight low temperatures naturally coming up to the upper 60s to near 70. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
All right, it's going to warm up a little bit here and be more like what the calendar says, I guess. The current conditions. The barometric pressure this morning is at, what do I do with those papers? 29.98. Humidity is at 97%. The winds are out of the southwest at about 3 miles an hour. And it doesn't look like it out there right now, but yesterday we had a little over half an inch of rain, 0.57. I think James Bailey talking about how hopefully get the track to dry out so they can have that tractor driving contest tonight at the Barron County Fair, and today is probably going to be the best day to dry some things out, even though it's got a little bit ways to go, but hopefully they can get that accomplished, because that'll be a nice part of the evening. So that's where we are. 7:33, the weather brought to you by your friends at Southern States.
You find yourself thinking about the future? Perhaps you are considering downsizing or purchasing your first home. Or maybe your family is growing and you need a bigger home. I'm Gay Parker, mortgage originator with Citizens First Bank. With my 40 years of experience helping homeowners in South Central Kentucky, I can find the best mortgage product for you, regardless of your stage of life. Stop in our Glasgow branch or apply online at citizensfirstbank.com. Citizens First, the best choice for the best mortgage loans.
MLS number 419873. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All in subject to credit approval.
Some people say, a pharmacy is a pharmacy. You go in, you buy the same pills you can buy anywhere. I would tell you different. I know from my own personal experience that Glasgow Prescription Center, the difference really is the people that work there. I was having a hard time sleeping. I couldn't get the right mask for my CPAP machine, and it was really affecting the way I live. Luckily, I met Bryant at Glasgow Prescription Center, and he pointed out a new mask that was similar to my old mask, but might fit better and might relieve the pressure that I just couldn't couldn't stand and couldn't sleep with at night. And I'm happy to say I'm sleeping better, I feel better, and it's all because I'm at the right person at the right pharmacy. Glasgow Prescription Center is not just any other pharmacy. And I would encourage you that if you're not happy with the service you're getting, or you're looking for the right kind of home medical product, or you just want to see a smiling face when you go to the pharmacy, Glasgow Prescription Center is the best place to go. Located in the Southgate Shopping Center, call 270-651-8889.
Enjoy half-off sushi every Monday and Tuesday at Shogun Bistro in Glasgow. That's right, half-off sushi each Monday and Tuesday at Shogun Bistro right off the square in Glasgow. Shogun Bistro. You've chosen wisely.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
All right, get the Ralphie on right there. Well, they got some fun stuff that's going to be coming up at Ralphie's Fun Center. They've got a whole summer of fun planned. Let me tell you about the birthday honorees that we know about so far here today. How about Miss Kaylee Constant, turning 5 today? Larry Hammer has a birthday. Quintasia Henderson. Raymond Slaughter. It's Rhonda Pettigow's birthday. Happy birthday to Miss Lori Ritchie. Marjorie Davidson celebrates. Carolyn Shirley. Brandon Stockton has a birthday today, too. We've got Elizabeth Bell Taylor, Spencer Steenbergen, Betty Faye Coomer, Elaine Wade, and Judy High, all having birthdays today. Anniversaries for Addis and Eddie Mae Jackson. And for Kendall and Kimberly Cannon, it's the 31st anniversary for the Cannons today. A big congratulations to each of you. And the phone number to add to the list here is 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online here from WCLUradio.com. Today we are patting on the back by special request Kendall and Kimberly Cannon. It's their 31st wedding anniversary today, and those youngsters are to be congratulated on 31 wonderful years together. So if you see Kendall and or Kimberly Cannon around today, you pat them on the back, let them know they're good as gold from their friends here at WCLU and a little taste of Texas. 737 WCLU.
The only place you need to go for all of your automotive needs is Gilead.com. Log on to browse our entire inventory of nearly 400 new and pre-owned vehicles. Take a video test drive, see the Carfax Vehicle History Report, calculate payments, apply for financing, get an instant cash offer for your vehicle from Kelley Blue Book, and check out our sales, parts, and service specials. All this with just a click of a mouse.
This year, Bowling Green comes to the ballpark. And plus tax, and you always have the right people on your side at Haywood Sales and Service. Your one-stop shop for all things Hustler mowers. It's Haywood Sales and Service. Call Mike today to make that tough job just a little bit easier. Haywood Sales and Service. Give them a call, 270-814-1068.
Good morning, friends. Webster defines turmoil as a state of confusion, distress, or uncertainty. This would certainly seem to be the state of our nation today. We are a nation of angry people, angry and uncertain because of drifting further and further away from the anchor of God's Word. While many give voice to a belief in God, their actions put the lie to their claim. We cannot continue to kill our unborn at the rate of nearly 700,000 aborted babies per year in the United States. We cannot continue to kill one another in the streets and public buildings of our land. We cannot continue to banish God from our public schools and our universities and our governmental buildings and our lives, and then call upon His name, asking Him to deliver us from evil. Yes, we're in a state of confusion, and no government program, no elected official, no any scientific achievement can or will put things back into their proper place. In the beginning, when God created the world, the Bible says that there was no form of order to the creation. God's Spirit moved over the face of creation, and the result was peace and harmony. Until we allow the Spirit of God to once again move in our society, we will continue to be in a state of confusion and uncertainty. Until we once again follow God's direction, it will do no good to call upon God for deliverance. He can't hear us over the noise of our self-induced distress. This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Come on down to Bailey Gibson. The 2018s have to go.
All 2018 models are marked down. Buicks, GMCs, cars, trucks, SUVs, they've all got to go. Prices have been cut.
Cut below invoice?
Yes, get a new 2018 below invoice pricing, in addition to all available incentives. Need financing? We can help with that also. Come on down to 306 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. Check out the big savings on all remaining 2018 Buicks and GMCs on the lot. These are the lowest prices of the year. Find the vehicle you like and let us help with the rest.
Remember, Buicks, GMCs, savings, Bailey Gibson.
Gibson, they're my deal-making, handshaking, wheel-turning, hard-working dealer.
All right, 20 minutes before top of the hour, 8 o'clock here in WCLU, 71 degrees. We took a big jump. Ray said we're going to jump upward, and that appears to be what we are doing here. Let me tell you about something that's coming up. The Hart County Bicentennial Committee presenting a free concert of American music at 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon at the Way Church. Participating groups are going to include local bluegrass group, the Allen Seminary Baptist Church Choir, the Woodsonville Baptist Church Choir, and the Cavemen Chorus Barbershop Chorus. The pastor there is Chris Curry. He will present his program, Music Tells a Story from Slavery to Freedom. All area music lovers are invited to attend this unique program. The church is located at 118 East Main Street in Horse Cave, Kentucky. 7:40. Well, we got some tidbit news right around the corner, so you be sure and hang with us.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new Loaded Hash Round Bowl. Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
This week at your Houchins IGA, it's a 10 for 10 sale with a twist. When you buy 10 select items for $10, you'll get the 11th free. You heard correct. Mix and match 10 select items and get the 11th absolutely free. Stock up on your favorites like Select Kraft, Sweet Baby Ray's, or Casey Masterpiece Barbecue Sauce, Select Ragu Pasta Sauce, and Select Kool-Aid Bursts. Save big on these items and over 100 other varieties or items with the 10 for 10, get the 11th free sale. This week only at your Houchins IGA.
The auction specialists at Elmore Realty and Auction have a very attractive auction coming up this Saturday, just off of the Burkesville Road in Glasgow. It's 41 acres at 455 Keno Road that includes a beautiful 1.5-story custom-built home, a large pond, barn, and more. The home boasts 3 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms, spacious eat-in kitchen, living room with a fireplace, dining room, a den and office, and amenities like a large sunroom, detached 2-car garage and workshop. Equipment to be sold is a Ford 2000 tractor, a disc, rotary mower, and farm wagon. You can get more details online at elmoreauction.com. Selling for James Gerald's and Billy Sue Gerald's. It's Saturday morning at 10 a.m. at 455 Keno Road, just off of Highway 90 East. Signs are posted. It's the name you've grown to trust in Southern Kentucky since 1935. Elmore Realty and Auction. Dakota Ray Elmore, principal broker and auctioneer. Attention, if your home or business experiences frequent drainage clogs and backups, Spots Plumbing now has a new jetter system that implements hot and cold water options to rid your drains of excess grease, roots, and any other substance that's causing you trouble. Ask about the jetter drain cleaning system today, 678-1970.
There's way more than just the name. Spots Plumbing, while being the first you should call for your plumbing needs, is also the number you call if you need your driveway plowed or if you need salt spread to help melt the ice away. 270-678-1970. Let Bots be the first you call.
Everyone's time is at a premium. Using time wisely is even a mark on a young student's grade card. Well, at Ely Drugs, we value your time. That's why we have a website that lets you order prescription refills online with a simple click. Go to elydrugs.com and click on the icon that says Refill Request. That'll save you tons of time in getting the refill, plus making sure you take it on time too. And talk about a time saver. Ely's investment in a new automated filling system means even shorter wait time. Ely Drugs helps you manage your health and your time. Check us out at elydrugs.com. All right, 744 WCLU, 71 degrees. As we move forward on the morning show, we're going to ask Brennan to join me for some...
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
From around the world and up the street is Tidbit News here, Brennan. Been a busy day in the newsroom, and
Yes.
Tidbit News has been kind of busy too, I guess.
All right.
I was trying to decide how to stack this so you would get it. You know, there's a lot of the influence that celebrities have on some of the things that go on around here.
Right.
And I picked up on this story because of the local connection. But, you know, Jon Stewart went and talked to Congress about things.
Okay.
It was a meeting that comedian Jon Stewart says should have taken place a long time ago. Well, guess what? Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, yes, Kentucky's own Mitch McConnell, is going to sit today with first responders from the terrorist attacks on 9/11. Now, Stewart, you remember, had complained the Senate is balking at making sure a $7 billion compensation fund for the first responders doesn't run out of money. After criticizing lawmakers in Washington earlier this month, Stewart mocked McConnell on TV last week, accusing him of slow-walking the legislation and using it as a political pawn. For his part, McConnell says he doesn't know why Stewart is all bent out of shape on the issue. McConnell is going to say, look, you think I'm dragging my feet? I'm going to jump in with both feet.
Yeah.
And that is kind of that is a kind of a Kentucky saying, you get all bent out of shape.
Mm-hmm.
That's a McConnell quote there.
Yeah.
Now let's switch over to this story that's similar. Think about it. It's the Mueller report. You know, the Mueller report on Russian meddling in the 2016 presidential election. It's fairly dramatic stuff, but most Americans haven't read it because it's long. But get this, some Hollywood types have stepped up to share the report with people by reading it on stage. Are you ready for this?
Ready.
And they're asked to check online. The all-star cast includes John Lithgow, who is going to read the parts attributed to President Donald Trump in a reading that's going to be done at the Riverside Church in New York. Joining him in the endeavor are Kevin Kline as Robert Mueller, Joel Gray as Jeff Sessions, Jason Alexander is going to be Chris Christie.
Interesting.
And Alfre Woodard is going to be Hope Hicks. Others taking part in the reading are going to be Mark Hamill, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and Sigourney Weaver. The reading was streamed on the Law Works website, and the recording of it can be found there right now. So, you know, the Mueller report is a great big thick thing, and everybody says, well, you could be bored with it, or you could let your favorite celebrity read it to you.
Yes.
Jason Alexander as Chris Christie sounds pretty funny to me.
Well, and I actually saw a copy of the Mueller report on a Walmart shelf, which I thought was kind of strange. Just they have published it obviously and bound it as a book.
Yeah.
Or it looks like a book, but it's just the full report, and it's a very large book.
Yeah, so now if you really don't want to read that book there, Brennan, you can just go look at some of your favorite celebrities on stage reading.
That's right.
The Mueller report. All right, what else should I tell you about here in this little setting? You know, the guy that won all those Jeopardy shows in a row, this James Holzhauer.
Yes.
Well, this story out of Las Vegas this morning, just because you're really good at one thing doesn't mean you're good at everything. That's what Jeopardy champion and professional sports gambler James Holzhauer has learned. He finished out of money in his debut at the World Series of Poker. A rep for the Las Vegas tournament says Holzhauer finished 45th among more than 1,800 in the field, of a no-limit hold'em event. Mr. Holzhauer set a host of single-day records during his run as Jeopardy champion. He played online poker as a semi-pro in the early 2000s, but makes a living now as a sports bettor.
Wow.
That's a risky line of work, I think.
Yes, he's just going to go blow it all. Is that what you're saying?
Well, he's saying that he makes money by winning bets, I guess. But it's a this term. How are you a semi-pro poker player?
Yeah. I guess you're only half good.
That's right. Or you only bet half the time.
Yeah.
Or you only lose half the time. I don't know. Anyway, he's better at Jeopardy than he is at poker in Las Vegas. And one more thing right here, I guess I'll share with you. This one, we haven't had a good snake story this week, and people hate the fact that we have snake stories. But out in Charlotte, North Carolina, postal carriers are known to occasionally have to battle a dog, not to mention the rain, the snow, the heat, and the gloom of the night. But since the postal creed does not mention snakes, there's a carrier who's decided to draw the line at the slithery reptile that turned up on a delivery route. It happened when the carrier found a snake perched on a mailbox sunning itself. The postal worker decided it would be good not to deliver the goods while the snake was still around. Eventually, the snake was removed when rescue workers grabbed and released the snake in some nearby woods. So he just, if I'm going to come upon a snake, to see it in clear sight draped across a mailbox is a better deal to me than in the grass.
Yeah, because at least if it's on the mailbox,
right.
You can keep an eye on it.
It's right. Do not deliver. Do not disturb.
Yes, return.
Do not anything. I have that problem with some bees on my mailbox.
No.
That's another issue. So that's all we have in the way of tidbit news, just some interesting things to sprinkle. It won't be the lead stories at the top of the hour, but we'll have the news you depend on coming up at 8 o'clock here. Thank you, Brennan.
You can now stay up to date with the Glasgow EPB more than ever before. You can now stay informed by following the Glasgow Electric Plant Board online on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at Glasgow EPB, and on our website, glasgowepb.net. From staying updated during an outage to seeing updates about Glasgow EPB products and services, and even learning about ways to save energy and money on your bill, the Glasgow EPB has you covered online on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on glasgowepb.net. The Glasgow EPB, connecting Glasgow to the future.
Get ready to celebrate the 4th with savings from your Houchins IGA. Stock up store-wide. WCLU will be broadcasting live Friday afternoon from 4 until 6 as you prepare to make this the best Independence Day. Join us for special savings Friday afternoon live on WCLU.
Local folks, local food, local crafts, and local music. It's every Saturday when your hometown comes together to celebrate all of its bounty. It's Bounty of the Barons Farmers Market, a Kentucky proud event on the square in downtown Glasgow, every Saturday now through the end of October. And the best part of Bounty of the Barons is that it's a local producers-only farmers market, which means that you won't find anything like it anywhere else. We are Kentucky proud, featuring local produce, fresh-cut flowers, beef, pork, lamb, chicken, cheese, honey, soaps, lotions, and a whole lot more. Enjoy socializing with hometown folks while you browse local vendors at the Bounty of the Barons, presented by Sustainable Glasgow and a Kentucky Proud event. Come out and visit us or check us out online at bountyofthebarons.com. Bounty of the Barons, every Saturday on the square in Glasgow, where we are Kentucky Proud.
It's official. I'm retiring next week.
Well, that's a good thing as long as you've been preparing for it.
But I'm not ready. I kept saying I'll get around to it.
Hello, I'm Anthony Mite, your local Modern Woodman financial representative. Don't be like Miss I'll get around to it. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know